said tariffs are ruining it for everyone. We got to get into it. Because there is so much to talk about when this comes. All right, so it's more than just tariffs. There is more to this, and I want us to talk about everything that's going on about this change in support for Donald J. Trump. Listen, I wasn't expecting this. But I think we need to talk about it. Because us as a nation, if we don't like what our daddy does, we gotta figure out what's the problem. And I think that all right, here it is. Hello everyone. I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to see you all again. I wasn't with you guys last weekend because I had a family thing, and now I'm back. And now that I am back, we have some stuff to talk about. Okay, we have more than just a couple of things to talk about. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Okay. So, hi Neil. All right. So listen. Okay. So I'm going to tell you guys something. While I was away with my family, I went to New York, New Jersey, DC. While I was in all those three places, which is all East Coast, as you guys know, I enjoy the East Coast. I am an East Coast girly who happens to be on the West Coast now, but I am actually originally an East Coast American. So just so you guys know. But when I was there was plenty of politics going on because on the East Coast, politics live a little bit more in your face than on the West Coast. And I think it's just because it's all so close to you. But man, I want to tell you guys something. As I was hanging out with my family, we would have family discussions. And the family discussions, we're very political. We're a political family. And my Jedi, you guys know my Jedi. My Jedi came and he was talking. And as he was talking, he was saying, I think Trump is being too bold. And I said, Jedi, how can you say such a thing? How dare you talk about dear leader? Don't talk about dear leader that way. He said, I think he's being too bold and I think he's doing everything too fast. He should slow down a little bit. And I told Jedi, I said, there is no slowing down because he only has 4 years to get what needs to be done. He only has 4 years. And after that, he has to be gone forever. So he has to move fast. There is no sitting down. And the faster he moves, the better. That's what I say. But a lot of people are not happy. And I tell you, the people on the East Coast who weren't happy. The federal workers. The federal workers who are losing their jobs, losing their pensions, their retirement, their everything that they work for. Because once you get a federal job, you're pretty much set. You just coast all the way down, right? But then Trump came along and a lot of them are now on the job market looking for jobs. A lot of people are upset. And then on the Democrat news, the mainstream media goes out and says, all of those people who voted, wait, you guys know I got to do it right. All of those that voted for Trump are now regretting their decision. Those people who supported Trump are now without a job because of Trump. How do you feel about your decision of voting for Trump in the 2024 election? And the people, who do they bring? They bring Latinos, they bring Blacks. And these are the people who come along and they say, oh, well, we voted for Trump, but now we've realized that we made a bad decision. Trump is not the president that we need. Because of him, I am out of a job. Guys. I am sad to say that if you worked for one of those federal agencies that is now no longer there, then unfortunately you were the problem and you probably didn't know it. You were probably the problem or a big part of the problem and you didn't even know it. You thought that you were doing something good. So you voting for Trump, if you voted for Trump, oh, okay, here's the other thing. And I gotta bring both sides, okay? The other side of this coin is this. The other people are saying, this is what we voted for. We voted for Trump to go through the federal spending with a fine tooth comb. We voted for this. This is what he ran on. He ran on this. So all of those people surprised. What are you surprised for? He told you what he was going to do before he got there. But the people who lost their jobs, of course, they're sour. They're sour now. The other thing is tariffs. Tariffs. So many people have different opinions on the tariff war, the tariff game. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm gonna read your guys' comments, so what you guys believe. But tell me, what do you guys think? This court has jurisdiction. Whether you like it or not, Graham, this court has jurisdiction. Okay? Our jurisdiction is clear. Okay? We're doing, yeah, you're in the right jurisdiction. And yes, I have jurisdiction over you. But everybody has a different opinion on the tariffs. I mean, I've seen people go at it in public, talking about their views on tariffs and how they think this is wrong and this is wrong, and China is going to win the tariff game. And other people are saying tariffs aren't doing anything to China. China doesn't care. China is laughing. Do you think that China would outwardly show that they're not liking the tariff war? Do you think that they would outwardly say, we just can't believe this is happening to us? Sorry. I can't do the Chinese accent. I won't do it because then I'm going to be called racist. I'm not going to do it. We can't buy rice no more. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. But anyway, so yeah, you think that China's going to outwardly say that they're upset or that they're suffering because of it? They're not. Everybody's going to act like it doesn't matter, but in truth, Trump is the only one who actually knows, because he's the one who talks to the leaders. He's the one who knows what's really going on. I heard China caved. China, I'm not going to speak out of something I don't know. Something I don't know. I've always told you guys that. As much as I want to grandstand and act like I know what the hell I'm talking about with this China thing, I'm not going to do that. All I can do is give you guys an opinion, and I want to hear your opinion too. But my opinion is China is going to win some and lose some, and I think that's the art of the deal, as Trump says. Trump says that's what deals are about. Win some, lose some, sacrifice and gain. It's a meta event. Can you guys focus on what I'm talking about here? Why are we focusing on? Can we focus on the issue right now? We're having a conversation here. I thought we were having a conversation. Can we focus? Canada is losing their dish. Stores have foods labeled with Shop Canadian if they're Canadian made. They're still twice as expensive as the US imports of the same kind. But the thing is, Aaron, that's the same thing that's happening in America too. But even if they are the same price, the point is, shop with us, it's better for Canada. And the same thing goes with America. Even though it's more expensive to buy American, shop with us because it's better. It's a part of being proud to be American. Even though it is more expensive, shop with us. Because eventually, if you keep shopping with us, eventually the prices will go down. But it doesn't happen overnight. This is something that has to be a team effort, and everybody has to kind of suck it up for a little bit if you want things to get better. But a lot of people are expecting that you do these tariffs and then everything is going to be cheaper and everything is going to be good and other countries are going to suffer. It's not like that. It doesn't work that fast. It's a long game. And I think a lot of Americans are they're kind of hoping that we can get some relief faster. But the relief is not coming as fast as they want it. And that's understandable. It's understandable because Americans have been suffering under Biden, under just awful inflation. Americans just want some effing relief. I get it. But it's not going to come as fast as the average American wants it to come. And I think that's where a lot of people are getting frustrated. And they feel that Trump is doing things that they don't want or that they don't agree with. But this is what you voted for. This is what you voted for. And it's hard and it's getting hard, and now people are whining. They're whining because they are the ones who are going to have to basically take it for the team. But it's not Trump's fault that you were in an organization that was throwing away taxpayer money. It's not Trump's fault that you were part of that. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Hold on. It says it's time for the press to complete it. AK, long run, it opens a new product. And that's the thing. That's what we want. We want to turn into important instead of people just buying consumer society. We want to turn into people who make things again. There was a time, my grandfather was talking to me about this. He said there was a time when like a vast percentage of items were made in America. And America was exporting those things. America was exporting everything. And we were making things in factories. And he said that was when America was great. That's when America was dominating more. And the thing is, now it's all China. But yeah. Am I starting to sound like a robot? Well, let me hear Samael. If Samael is it, can somebody tell me quickly? Because I don't know if it's messing up.
It seems fine for now. I don't know. I haven't heard any roboting.
Yeah, but as soon as you hear it, you should come on and say something because I don't know if it's messing up.
Okay.
Lepo, we had about 40 years of cheap things. Not going to change that fast. People are used to cheap items that last about 5 years. You know what? And I think Americans, we're not even just Americans, the world has gotten used to that. We think that that's the way things are supposed to be. We're supposed to just buy something and keep it for 2 to 7 years and then have a new one, get a new one. Time to upgrade. We believe that that's the way things are. That's the way it should be. That's the way life is, and it's not. Do you guys know? When I went back to the East Coast, I went to one of my cousin's homes, but it was a friend of my cousin's, and we went to see his elderly family member. And as we were there, we went to her basement. And in her basement, West Coast people, a basement is a thing that mostly East Coast has, where it's a level of your house that goes underground. Okay. And yeah, it's typically dark and it doesn't have any windows. A basement. Anyway, we were in her basement, yeah. And she had a refrigerator from the 1950s. And that thing was still humming. It was still humming. And that thing was colder than the new refrigerator. Freezer. It was a freezer. But it was colder than the new freezer. You guys see what I'm talking about? Aaron, look, no, Aaron, not everything is like your house, okay? Not everybody has dungeons like you. Okay, Aaron, get it together. Get it together. But that freezer was still humming at 50, 70 years old now, and it was still humming like nothing, like nothing ever happened. And you will not see that today. You will not see the crap that we have made today, 70 years from now, still humming. That your toaster, your oven, your fridge, your freezer, they need an update after 6 months. 6 months, and it's like, update needed. Ding, update needed. Ding.
You're roboting a bit on my end now.
Oh, great. Is it? Do you think it's the signal, or do you think it's StreamYard?
I'm not sure. It might be StreamYard, but it's not really acting up on my end, which is strange because usually it's me.
I wish I could listen to it so I can know. Oh, actually, I can. You know what? I'll do it right now. I'll listen to myself so I can know what's on. And I still.
Like a little bit, like every couple of syllables. I think it clips.
Is it like? Oh, okay. So you're saying like my sound goes out like every few words?
Yeah, or it gets like the digital, like kind of sound to it.
Ah, okay. Hold on one second. Let me hear myself.
So while she's doing that, folks. Yeah, it was real brief.
I don't hear anything. Hold on. I'm still listening. I'm just 7 seconds more. 7 seconds. Okay, I heard it. It's just like skipping.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're still
okay.
understanding you though. It's not hurting what you're saying.
No, I don't like that because I hate when that happens. Am I still doing it?
Not right this second.
Okay. We'll come back if I continue.
Okay.
Right. I guess for now, I'm going to go to the news because I want to share with you all the news. Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up. One sec. I'm just pulling it up. Come on, Google. Okay. Oh. All right. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry guys. I rented this car and they sent me an email about the vehicle. Okay. All right. It's opening slowly but surely. Big Shirley. Right. Okay, so we have like 7 news articles. Okay. Yep, we have like 7 news articles to present.
Let's doing it again.
It's muted. Oh, it's doing it again.
No, it's doing it again. Yeah.
Dang! Now it even did it when you were working too.
Yeah, it might be the website.
know
Might
what's
just need to reboost it.
Then I'll come back. You stay here, and I'll come back.
All right. So, folks, we got a bunch of news articles coming up. I haven't seen them myself, and we'll get to them when she returns. Meantime, here we are, alone with me in the dark. You know, that sounded way creepier than I intended it to. But hopefully you guys can hear this. Let us know if it's still popping or crackling or whatever, roboting, that kind of thing. We'll do what we can to fix it. Normally, so part of the problem is that when she starts doing that on my end, it just looks like my side is glitching out, and I have really bad internet. So, that's generally my assumption, but I need to stop making that assumption and start getting a little more on top of this. But yeah, usually it's me, but I've got multiple screens up. So if they all start, doing the circle thing, then usually I know for sure it's me. But yeah, this time it wasn't, weirdly. So what was that about nipples? What? So was she? Okay, dog. Yeah, I don't know. I could hear it on my end, and if she could hear it, and she's really kind of a stickler for good audio. So it just kind of is what it is. She's back. All right.
I don't know. It's probably still doing it.
Well, why don't we go ahead with the show and we'll adjust accordingly.
Okay. If it does, you got to come up. You can't just text me. You got to come up and interrupt, because I'm not going to be looking at StreamYard. I'm going to be looking at the news. So, yeah. Okay, then. Here we go. Are you kidding me? Oh. What? Okay. 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 Here we go. I was talking to you guys about how everybody is mad at Trump. There is a 17-year-old boy, or a girl, sorry, I guess it's a girl. Nearly 2 weeks ago, a 17-year-old named Nikita Kasap of Wisconsin deleted his parents. Oh, it's a boy. Why would you name your son Nikita? Nikita. All right, but it's a boy. But then again, what really is a boy? We don't know. Yeah. Who knows with Gen Z and Gen Alpha? We don't know. But anyway, nearly 2 weeks ago, this 17-year-old boy named Nikita in Wisconsin deleted his parents. You guys know what I mean by he deleted his parents after demanding the assassination and overthrow of President Trump. According to authorities, Nikita deleted his parents in order to obtain financial means and autonomy to carry out his plot to remove our president from this world. Following his arrest, the police obtained a warrant to search Nikita's phone, which revealed a 3-page manifesto that called for President Trump's deletion in order to create a political revolution to save the white race. Okay, so wait. You want to save the white race by deleting President Trump, the one trying to save do. Okay. Okay. You know what? Sometimes things work in mysterious ways. So also in his manifesto, Nikita also pondered taking out Vice President Vance as well, and had information on making bombs and terrorist attacks. Now, if he really wants some information and some intel on how to make bombs, all he has to do is call my cousin Abdul. Abdul, he can help him, no problem. He does have a little bit of a fee, but that's okay. Just buy him 2 camels, or 3 donkeys, and a goat, and he's happy. But the goat, it has to be the special goat. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? The special goat, the one with the butt that. Anyway, I'm joking. These are the type of jokes that are made on me, so leave me alone. Okay, I can make these jokes because they're made on me. Nikita's phone also had material from an online neo-Nazi group called the Order of Nine Angles, which, according to the article, hold racially motivated extremist views. If he was successful, he planned to move to Ukraine to live a normal life after deleting our president. Oh my God, the mind of a 17-year-old. The mind of a 17-year-old. Don't they think that things are just so simple? I just kill the president and then I just move to Ukraine. That's the plan. I kill my parents, kill the president, and then I just poof off. I just disappear to Ukraine. These people, see, and that's the mind of a 17-year-old. Mind you, these kids are being radicalized by certain parents. I'll just leave it there. But let's see, the boy was from Wisconsin, and Wisconsin is pretty much like a 50-50 state. So who knows? Who knows if his parents were radical lefties? But his parents are now dead. So we will never know what they were. His parents are dead. You can't even trust your own kid anymore. You can't trust your own kid. I mean, you would think that like a person could feel safe in their house with their own family in the home. You lock the doors on your house to keep the outside people out, to keep the danger out. What do you do when the danger is sleeping right next to you? I don't know. But my husband has always asked me why I sleep with a gun under my pillow. That's the reason why. Honey, you never know. You just never know. You never know when things can happen. And I don't have time to be going around looking, oh, where is my 9? No, 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 no. My baby sleeps with mommy. No, no. You can't trust anybody. It's sad. Very sad. Texas Democrat Representative Jasmine Crockett. Do you guys remember her? I don't want to say ghetto because then I'd be racist, right? But she's ghetto. But anyway, Texas Democrat Representative Jasmine Crockett. She's under review for alleged assault. New Democrat Maxine Waters 2.0. She is kind of Maxine Waters 2.0, isn't she? But she's under review for a criminal case by the U.S. Attorney's Office for assaulting a reporter. What is she? Robert Tellis? Do you guys know who I'm talking about? Robert Tellis? Robert Tellis killed a reporter in Las Vegas because the reporter was reporting on him being just gross. I mean, I don't even know what to say about him. He was just a nasty. Ugh. But anyway, Robert Tellis killed a reporter for reporting on his life and exposing his infidelity, sleeping with coworkers, and a couple of other things. But he killed a reporter for it. Now, Texas Democrat Representative Jasmine Crockett, she's under review and she's facing a criminal case by the U.S. Attorney's Office for assaulting a reporter. Crockett allegedly scratched a DC reporter named Charles Downs during his attempt to interview her about the recent Tesla attacks. He just wanted to talk to her about the Tesla and the Tesla's new extended warranty, because Tesla is coming out with a new extended warranty against radical leftists, because that's what you have to do apparently. Now Tesla is offering a new warranty against radical lefties. But anyway, Charles Downs, all he was doing was attempting to speak to her and interview her about the recent Tesla attacks. And Downs, the reporter, he claims that Jasmine responded by scratching Downs, scratching him with the claws. You know what I'm talking about, the claws? Scratching him to obstruct his recording of the encounter. Women fight differently than men, okay? And this is why I think men never see it coming when a woman will scratch you. But women fight differently. Women are brutal when they fight. Women scratch, claw, pull, yank, drag. Women are just absolutely brutal when they fight. When I've seen men fight, and typically men are all about hitting, kicking, bobbing, or weaving. Women, on the other hand, they will hit, they will kick, they'll slap, they'll scratch. And scratching is like cats. You know how when you see cats fight? Oh my God. So anyway, this woman ended up scratching this man, and it's almost like we're living in different times. Like, how are we sitting here talking about? But after the incident, anyway, the reporter went to the nearest police department and he filed a police report alleging battery, assault, and attempted theft of his phone, because she was trying to grab at his phone. She was manic. Okay. She just, don't, Suka, if you clip that part of me, all right, I'm just saying, like, if you don't want to get dismembered slowly in front of your family, please don't do that. I will dismember you in front of your family. But anyway, so released footage reportedly shows Crockett lunging for the reporter's phone before the video cuts off. An acting U.S. Attorney, Edward Martin, told reporters that a thorough investigation is underway to determine if charges against Crockett are warranted. Why would there be any type of investigation to see if these are warranted? Yes, they are warranted. These people cannot get away with acting like, I'm not going to say any, let's just say animals. You can't act like an animal and still be, how are you in politics? And well, then again, they do say that politicians are animalistic, but man. All right. I want to move to another story. Are you guys ready? Ooh. Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to think about where I want to go next. Ooh. Okay. All right. There's something else going on in politics. And this is not really politics. This has to do with the court system, the judges, and yeah. So here we go. We're switching gears. Judges across America are tainted. We know that they're tainted. We all know, especially with the Trump trial. The Trump trials expose a lot of that corruption, how judges are bought and paid for, and so on and so forth. We already know. But the judicial system is not pure. It's not pure anymore. And there is no such thing as the blind lady who's with the scale and everything. It's not a real thing. A judge has stepped down from their position after allegedly harboring illegal aliens. And not only an illegal alien, but this was an illegal gangster alien. The now former New Mexico judge, Joel Cano, resigned last month following an investigation launched by the Department of Homeland Security. The Department of Homeland Security raided Cano's home and arrested an alleged 23-year-old Tren de Aragua gang member, Venezuelan illegal alien whose name is Christian Ortega Lopez. This person was taken into custody and is likely being processed for deportation. But under federal law, knowingly harboring an illegal alien is a crime, a federal crime. And Lopez admitted to invading the United States back on December 15th of 2023. He was released after 3 days in custody due to overcrowding, because that's what America was doing under Biden, is we were just catching and releasing. We catch and release. Catch and release because you don't want to keep them because they are an endangered species. But anyway, when he was arrested back in March, Lopez and 3 others were caught with multiple firearms and ammunition, most likely provided to them by the judge. The judge is basically arming Venezuelan gang members to fight against American Homeland Security agents. So you are a judge in America, okay? You are a judge who is supposed to uphold the law, enforce the law, and make sure that the law is respected and dish out punishments for those who don't respect the law. And then so what you do is you then commit federal crimes by harboring the cockroaches. I'm sorry, I have to. The cockroaches. They're cockroaches. What? You harbor the roaches, the cockroaches, okay? When America is trying to clean herself of the cockroaches, you bring them in, you feed them food, and then you give the cockroaches weapons of mass destruction. I had to go there. That's just a throwback to George W. Bush. Weapons of mass destruction. What weapons, George Bush? Sticks and rocks. So that's not the point. The point is you harbor these people, you arm them, and then you're like, well, let's see what happens. Following his resignation and revelation concerning his harboring of illegal invaders, criminals, this former judge, Cano, was permanently banned from the bench by his peers, which of course should happen. But there's more. There is more that has to do with that. A second judge has been arrested for assisting an illegal alien, because this is we have. This is why you do not have people in positions like that being judges without vetting them. And listen, hear me out, guys, because listen, the judges that are Democrats or loony lefties, whatever, these people, they don't love America. They don't love this nation. So why in the flying fook do we have them sit in front of the American flag? Because every judge has the American flag behind them and their state flag. So why in the flying fluke do we have judges that are sitting there in front of the American flag saying that they are going to uphold and maintain and enforce the law and blah blah blah. And then we have the so anyway, a second judge has been arrested for assisting the cockroaches. Milwaukee judge Hannah Dugan. Hannah Dugan was arrested by the FBI. I like that last name. Dugan. Okay, anyway. Hannah Dugan was arrested by the FBI this past Friday for allegedly attempting to help a cockroach avoid arrest after he appeared in her courtroom. He must have been cute. I mean, that's the only thing that I can think of. I mean, okay. He must have been something that she's a woman. Okay, here we go. She attempted to help an illegal immigrant avoid arrest after he appeared in her courtroom. Dugan was charged with obstructing or impeding a proceeding before a department or agency of the United States. That doesn't make sense. Department or agency of the United States. What does that mean? Does that mean the 3-letter agencies or who, whatever? But she was also charged with concealing an individual to prevent his discovery or arrest. And let me guess, Dugan is now pregnant by said illegal alien that she was protecting. She's probably pregnant now. Have her do a pregnancy test. We'll see. But in a filed affidavit concerning the incident, Eduardo Flores Ruiz was set to appear before Dugan when ICE agents came to the courthouse looking for him. Dugan told the agents to meet with Chief Milwaukee County Circuit Judge Carl Ashley first. When the ICE agents turned around to go meet the Chief Milwaukee County Circuit Judge, she escorted Ruiz out of her courtroom through a side door. And Dugan was released on an unspecified bond and faces up to 6 years in prison and a $350,000 fine. As for Ruiz, the illegal cockroach, he was previously arrested and deported back in 2013, and he's about to find himself back in the country of origin, basically back at square one. Dugan's arrest spawned scathing remarks by Democrats that no one cares about, and a declaration by the reported far-left circuit court judge, Monica Isham of Wisconsin, who pledged to shut her court down and start raising bail money for defendants in protest for her colleague. Oh my God. You know, there's no patriotism in America. I mean, yes, there is, but it's all south of the Mississippi. Why does that? Wait, the Mississippi runs north and south, doesn't it? No. Or does it run sideways? I gotta see if the Mississippi runs north and south or east and west. I don't know, but it's all south of Virginia. Let's say that. She's okay. Here's a quote. She says, "Yesterday, Judge Hannah Dugan stood on her oath of office in the very building she swore to uphold, and she was arrested and charged with felonies for it." So basically, the other judge is saying Dugan did what she was supposed to do, and she kept her oath, and she got arrested and charged with felonies for doing so. I don't remember anywhere in the oath of office that it says that you shall harbor illegal aliens in the country, away from Homeland Security. Maybe I missed that part of the oath. But then Isham made the situation about herself. She said, "Enough is enough. I no longer feel protected or respected as a judge in this administration, under the Trump administration. If there is no guidance for us and no support for us as judges, I will refuse to hold court in Branch 2 in Sawyer County. I will not put myself or my staff, who may feel compelled to help me or my community, in harm's way." What the F does that mean? What are these people talking about? And you know what? The funny thing is that she probably said that and did like this and walked away like she really said something. We're talking about something that is so simple. But then she turned it into Trump. She turned it into poor me. Everything is about me. And then she turned it into, oh, I'm protecting my community and I'm not going to put my community in harm's way. So don't you think that you would protect the community by protecting it from illegal aliens who are invading this nation en masse? No. Yeah, I know. She's just mad because she got caught. All right. I have to move on. All right. Here, I'll give you guys one more story and that's it. Okay. The last story I'm going to give you guys. Another Democrat story. Here we go. Democrats are now threatening other countries that are agreeing to work with our president. Just when you think the bullshit will stop, it doesn't. It just doesn't. It just continues to flow. It flows, and I almost feel like, it just, they're not, you know what? Back in 2016 to 2020, the Democrats, or the left rather, they were more vocal. They were more whiny about Trump. They were crying a lot more and blah, blah, blah. This time around, it's turned into legal actions and people outwardly defending other nations instead of being with us. They're not crying anymore like they were back in, 2016 to 2020. But now they're just finding any way to be against America. And I think that, in their view, is their way of sticking it to Trump. If I do anything that's against America, oh, that'll make Trump suffer. So screw America. Democrat Jamie Rascin. Is it Rascin? Yeah, Rascin. Jamie Rascin. He has threatened countries that work with our president. He has levied threats against foreign countries who will ever vow to assist President Trump in his quest to end illegal immigration. Specifically, El Salvador. Well, you guys know El Salvador has an awesome president, Mr. Nayib Bukele, who's Arab. But implicit in it should be the idea that if and when we come back to power, and we will, we are not going to look kindly upon people who facilitated authoritarianism in our country. That's what this person is saying. This person is saying, Democrats, we're not in power right now, but eventually we will be back. We will be back in power. And we are not going to look kindly upon the people who helped authoritarianism in our country. Rascin made this statement on Pod Save America, hosted by Tommy Victor, after suggesting that Democrats should keep a record of foreign leaders who, quote unquote, brown nose Trump. This person claimed that Rascin, or he told Rascin that a Latin American policy expert told him that Democrats should threaten to take action against any foreign government that participates in the extraordinary rendition of American citizens. This Democrat, Rascin, he continued his rant on El Salvador's president, even bringing up again a certain El Salvadorian citizen who was lawfully deported home and is currently in prison there. And I quote, he said, "The whole idea that Bukele doesn't have any power to return an American prisoner who was sent to him under an agreement where he's getting paid $6 million by America, it's absolutely ridiculous. He's our agent in this dubious arrangement that they created. Of course, he's got the power to return him. It should be noted that Kilmar Garcia is an American citizen." So this person, Kilmar Garcia, is the person that he's talking about, who is not an American citizen. Okay, just so you guys know, this person is not an American citizen. This person was sent to El Salvador lawfully. He was deported lawfully, and now he is in El Salvador's prison system because that's where he was from. And he had issues there. He had legal issues in that country. That's not our problem anymore. But this person, this Rascin guy, is basically saying, bring our American home. He's not American. He's calling this guy an American citizen who is an illegal alien in El Salvador. He's a El Salvadorian gang member who was legally deported. In addition, El Salvador has reportedly not received any money by America to house Garcia. So Rascin was outwardly lying, and he's lying, talking about the $6 million that are paid to El Salvador. Why would America have to pay El Salvador $6 million to house one cockroach? It's one cockroach that is not a president, who's not a senator. He is not some type of congressman or somebody important. This is a cockroach. Why would America pay $6 million for one cockroach to be housed in the country that he's from? This is so stupid. It's just so retarded. And then people sit there and they'll sit there and believe that. And like, oh my God, can you believe we're actually paying? And he's an American citizen. He should be back here. No, he shouldn't. What are you talking about? All right. Sorry. I just got irritated for a second.
For just a moment there, it went out again, but it's back.
Of course it goes out. It goes out when I get irritated.
Yeah.
I think it feels my energy.
I think you scare it.
I mean, you saw when I was talking nicely, everything was fine. When I'm talking nicely, everything works out good, but then I start getting angry. And then all of a sudden, all right, hold on, guys. Okay, I'll give you guys one more story, just one more for the road. Do you guys remember the Eat the Bugs campaign? That they were telling Americans that we should stop eating protein in the form of cow, chicken, fish, lamb, goat, buffalo, rabbit. We should stop eating all of those things, and we should start eating bugs. Bugs. because bugs are basically the same thing, basically the same texture, of course. And we will eat the bugs and we'll be happy. Do you guys remember that? You remember. Okay. Well, the WEF is investigating founder Klaus Schwab for fraud. Klaus Schwab, the now former head of the WEF, as of this past Monday, of course, because you guys, he's out. But the organization he founded, which reportedly declared that Americans will eat the bugs and be happy, well, they're now investigating this guy for fraud. Following the severe loss of funding from USAID, the WEF trustees held an emergency meeting on Easter Sunday following a whistleblower's allegations via a letter. Just a little letter, a little piece of paper. In that little piece of paper, the anonymous author penned allegations that Schwab and his wife, Hilda, committed financial and ethical misconduct. In detail, the little piece of paper, that little letter, explained how Schwab instructed subordinates to withdraw thousands of dollars on his behalf from ATMs and used WEF funds to pay for to pay for to pay for so wait, let me start that over. I didn't know where that was going. Now I know. Wait. All right. Okay. All right. I got it. Wait, computer. Wait. My computer's like, I'm turning off. No, you will not turn off. You will sit here and wait. Listen to me. We're going to start again. That little piece of paper explained how Schwab instructed subordinates to withdraw thousands of dollars on his behalf from ATMs and use WEF funds to pay for private in the room, of course, massages at hotels. So, oh, you nasty.
Let's be honest.
Nasty.
That isn't even remotely the worst thing that guy's ever done.
No, and that's the point, because this is definitely not what this means. This is, I mean, I believe that this article is just glazing over, because when they expose things like this in this manner, we always know that it is a lot dirtier than what they're saying.
Yeah. I do find it interesting that they're investigating him right now and forcing him out right now when he announced his retirement this year, last month.
How convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as for his wife, Hilda Schwab, that little piece of paper accused her of arranging token meetings funded by the WEF to rationalize luxury holiday travel on the organization's dime. Of course, the Schwab's legal counsel asserts that the Whistler's letter, that little piece of paper to the WEF, is blowing lies on them, of course, because papers lie. And the Schwabs will find and sue the hell out of the culprit. But the WEF board, which includes former Democrat President Al Gore, oh gosh, Queen Rania of Jordan, and European Central Bank President Christine Lagarde, they have all sworn to investigate this accusation vigorously, while presuming the innocence of the Schwabs. It's amazing how little pieces of paper can just poof arrive in the perfect moment, right when someone is retiring, and just poof expose these little things. They're just like little breadcrumbs. And you know what? It's like Hansel and Gretel, just little breadcrumbs. Just, I'll give you a hint of what it was. Oh, it was just a private in-room massage. Oh, come on, come on. And he told us to eat bugs and be happy. Man, oh man. You know, there is one more thing. There is one more story, but I don't know if I believe this because do you guys know the Harry Potter books? Harry Potter author. I know, Samael, you never saw Harry Potter. You don't know anything about Harry Potter, which is weird because Harry Potter, it was like, it was the thing, you know? It was the thing. It wasn't like in the early 2000s or something like that. Harry Potter was everything. I got my arse beat for Harry Potter because I wanted to watch Harry Potter. Harry Potter, the boy who lived. I wanted to watch it because I read the books. I read the books. And my parents found the books and beat my booty. I got beat for Harry Potter. Why? Because Muslims are not supposed to believe in wizardry. We're not supposed to believe in magic. We're not supposed to read about it, watch the movies, nothing. And I was banned from doing so, but I did anyway because in school, all the kids were talking about Harry Potter, the boy who lived. And I couldn't be out of, I had to know. I had to know. So I read the books. My parents found the books, and like I said, I was beat for it. But hey, that beating was completely worth it. It was worth it because the books were great. But J.K. Rowling, she was criticized by trans people because I think that she said that trans people are not women. Trans women are not women. I think that's what she said. But this article is claiming that she is celebrating the UK Supreme Court's ruling that trans women are women, which would be the exact opposite of what I believe she actually believed in. But I'll read it to you anyway, and you guys can give it the weight that you will. Last week, Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling, and likely others, celebrated the United Kingdom's Supreme Court ruling that trans women are not legally women. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, I was like, because the title said that she celebrated that they are women. Okay, it must have been a mistake in the editing. So anyway, she celebrated the United Kingdom Supreme Court ruling that trans women are not legally women. Following the ruling, the 59-year-old author posted, and I quote, "I might be having a cigar later. It took 3 extraordinary, tenacious Scottish women with the army behind them to get this case heard by the Supreme Court. And in winning, they've protected the rights of women and girls across the United Kingdom." She posted that on her X account. So I knew that people hated J.K. Rowling because they assumed that she would be all for the trans and the LGBT and all of that, but she's not. She's not for it. She's not down for the cause. She doesn't believe that trans women should be considered women at all. And of course, the rainbows hated her for that because they're like, why don't you believe in our delusion? Don't mind the stick and balls. I'm actually a woman. So, and all around the world, as you guys see, do you guys remember I told you that when America does something, the world follows suit? When we have a president who stood up and addressed the nation, and he said, men are men and women are women, and there's only 2 genders, and so on and so forth. People heard that. The world heard that. And now countries all around the Western world are now doing the same. Do you guys see that? You guys see how it works? When America gets right, everybody else starts to get right. This is why I said America needs to get her stuff together, because when America gets her stuff together, the rest of the world will get theirs together and follow suit. But when America is garbage and America is going down hell's route, the rest of the world does the same thing. And I don't understand. I mean, not the whole rest of the world, because obviously the Middle East was like hell to the no, but so many other Western countries were following suit about this rainbow flag and all of that, and celebrating June being. Do you guys believe that this year there won't be a Pride Month? Do you guys believe that? Because listen, hear me out. I don't believe that this year any American companies anyway, will be doing any Pride Month celebrations. I don't believe that we will see any Pride bullcrap in the Target stores, because you guys remember last year how Target, you did zealot. No, wait, sorry. When I clicked, it moved. But zealot, do you guys know what I'm talking about? Because last year, Target lost money. I think that we're not going to have it anymore. I'm waiting for Australia to wake up. Australia is still doing it? What? Come on, Australia. Get on the program. Get in the program. Trans women are dudes in dresses. I listen, I want to say something else, but I listen. Every time I think about dudes in dresses, men in dresses, I think about something so vulgar. And I know I shouldn't think this way, but I do. I just do. I think this vulgar, leave me alone, Samael, leave me alone. Let me live. But I think about this vulgar image of like, okay, so you know the man, right? And he's wearing a dress, right? Like a skirt, right? And then, but the skirt is too short, right? And then there's junk hanging out at the bottom. That's what I think in my head when I think of men in dresses. I'm sorry. I know it's vulgar, but it is what it is. And that's the reason why I'm so disgusted by faggotry. Somebody asked me, oh, I know who it was. Okay, I'll tell you guys what. At my office, we have one lady who's liberal. She's a liberal. And she came to me and she was talking, and she had always talked to me about her daughter. She always talks to me about her daughter. Her daughter had just had a baby by a married man. Okay? This was last year. So the baby has just turned 1. This woman invited me to the baby's birthday party. The first birthday party, of course, is nice. And I said, no, I will not be attending. She said, why? I said, I don't typically celebrate birthdays of bastards. I don't know. What do you want me to do? It's a bastard child. What do you want me to do? I'm not going to. But anyway, she said this. I didn't say that, by the way, guys. Just so you guys know, I didn't say that. But it's not the child's fault that it's a bastard. I know. So it gets worse. We were talking. We were just having a chat, and she continued, and she said, you know, my daughter's getting married. I said, oh, really? So the married man left his wife and he's going to marry her? And she said, no. I said, oh. So she found a simp who's going to take her and her bastard child? No. I said, oh. So how is she getting married? She said, oh, she switched teams. Mind you, the child that she had was a girl child. She had a girl child, okay, by that married man. And she already previously had another girl child. So she has 2 baby daddies, one of which is married. And now she's a lesbian. So This lady, I don't know why she doesn't get the hint, but today, well, now she does get the hint because I'll tell you what happened. We were there and she started telling me, she said, I want to invite you to the wedding. I said, I'm sorry, what? She said, no, I want you to come to the wedding. Amira, you're you're just such a great person, and you're funny and you're fun, and I just think that you would have a blast, and I would love you to meet my daughter. I said, Helen, I don't think this is a great idea. Okay, I'm so sorry. I don't think I will be attending. She said, why? And I said, Helen, I'm not a fan of seeing two women kiss. So I will not be attending the wedding. She said, are you homophobic? That's what she asked me. She said, are you homophobic, Amira? I didn't know what to tell her. I didn't know what to tell her, guys. All I could say was, yes. Yes. You call it what you will. I am the phobe of the homos. And she said, Amira, I would have never guessed that you were so close-minded. At least she found happiness. She said this, and I quote, I am not the happiest about the situation, but at the same time, all I want is happiness for my daughter. And the fact that you can't be happy for her, that bothers me. Why is it my job to be happy for your faggot kid? Why is it my job? Why is it? I didn't say this. I'm just talking to you guys because you guys know me. Why is it my job to make this person feel happy or okay with her child being a carpet muncher? Why is it my job? I don't munch carpet. I vacuum them. I don't know what to, and so anyway, she said that she said I can't believe that you would be so what she said, so close-minded. She said, I've spoken to you about my daughter and her problems for the past year or so, and you've listened with open ears, and now you're closing down. I said, I'm not closing down anything. You can tell me what you want, but at the same time, it doesn't mean I have to accept. I will be very happy if your daughter marries a man, but I will not be attending a wedding of two women. It's just not, I don't have time for it. I have to mop my lawn. I'm going to be mopping my lawn that day. So I think she hates me now, and guess what? I have a new enemy at the office. So that's always fun. But I'm not the one who started this. Why? She got mad because my face changed, because she expected me to be like, oh, really? And when she said that she's marrying a woman, I was like, and I'll tell you how this conversation ended. In passing, as the ending of this conversation went, I told her, I said, I'm sorry for your loss. And she said, what do you mean? No one died. I said, you're not going to have any more grandchildren. Have you come to terms with that? The girls that you have, that's it. You're not having any more grandchildren. Are you okay with that? And she just walked away angrily. I think she should have answered my question, but she didn't. So it is what it is. But listen, you people, even if anybody in the chat, listen, hear me as your big sister, little sister, friend, whatever, fellow cult member, whatever you want to call me. If you love me and I love you, listen to me. You do not ever accept that stuff in your family. If you want your family to be right, do not accept it, because you will be so surprised at how many children turn around and get their stuff together when they realize that mommy or daddy won't accept it. You don't have to be mean about it. You don't have to be cruel, but just outright say it. I'm not accepting that. You do what you want, but I will not be attending any wedding. I will not have you over to my house with your spouse. You want to come home? You can come alone, but you will not bring that over here. You just won't, because I won't accept it. Now, initially, of course, the kid is going to be like, oh my God, I hate that, blah, blah, blah. But you'll be surprised. 80% of them turn around. 20%, well, they're lost causes. And you know what? Survival of the fittest. There's going to be people out there who are just hell-bent on ruining their family legacy. So be it. But I will not accept it. And I'm telling you guys who are with me, don't accept it. Just don't. Don't be an asshole about it, but just don't accept it. No, I won't accept. And yeah, I believe that had Helen, that's her name, that's her first name. Had Helen said, I'm not going to accept that. You already have 2 kids with no daddy, and now you're going to bring home a woman? No, 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 no. I've already accepted 2 failures. I will not accept a third. If I believe if Helen would have said that, that girl would have turned around. She would have, maybe not straight away. Maybe it would have taken some time, because obviously she has to break up with the new girlfriend. But I'm telling you, things turn around when leaders of the family demand respect of the family. You will respect the family. You will respect your last name. If you want to live that life, remove your last name. Do not keep our last name. Remove your last name. You will be whatever your name is and blank. You will be Jane blank. That's it. Jane blank. Because you will not carry my last name into a church and kiss another woman or another man. You will not be that and have my last name. I will be damned. I will no. Change your last name. So that's just respect my authority. No, it's not that. It's not even that, Abe. It's called respecting your family legacy, and your family name. And you know what? A lot of leaders of families do not demand anymore that the family respects the family. You need to have respect for your family. If you don't respect your family, well then. But I don't know, like leaders of the families, I'm talking about grandparents, I'm talking about men. These are leaders of the family, the elders and the men. They have to demand respect for the family. You have to. If you don't, your family will be out of control and you will have no say so. And maybe that's how you want it. Maybe that's how you like to live. I don't like controlling people. It's not even about controlling people. It's about guiding your family in their proper way. Why are you there if you're not going to guide the family? Why even have testosterone flowing through your veins if you're not going to, lead the family, guide the family the right way? I don't know. And no. So, yeah. You guys heard me. That's what I believe. I believe that if you do that, you'll be surprised how many kids turn around. I would even go to say 70 to 80% of the children will turn around, because a lot of them are just out there trying to experiment, or they're trying to see if they can push the boundary with the parent. Oh, I want to see if my parent will accept this. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But if you outwardly just say, no, I'm not accepting it, don't be hateful, because if you're hateful, they'll get rebellious and they'll try to do it anyway, just because. Don't be hateful, but just say, no, I will not accept it. That's not, no, I'm not going to no weddings. I'm not doing anything. No. And you can't bring it home. A lot of them turn around quick, fast, and in a hurry. Wait, why are you gay? Why are you gay? So, who wears the pants in the relationship? Who wears the pants? Do either of you wear the pants? Or do both of you wear the pants? Why are you gay? Why are you like this? Homosexuality is the greatest sin in the eyes of God. You know, my thing is, Helen, I think I offended her pretty bad, but that wasn't my intention, by the way. That was not my intention, just so you all know. It wasn't my intention. She pushed me. She pushed me because she kept talking to me and telling me that I'm closed-minded and all of this. This is the reason why I said what I said. But she pushed me. I did not try to offend her. But she asked me why, and I told her why. But you know what? She's probably never had someone be honest with her. Seriously, she's probably never had anybody be honest with her, because I've noticed that a lot in the Western culture, a lot of people say things that they don't mean in order to not offend the other person. You know what I'm talking about? Where you will walk on eggshells so that the other person doesn't feel not welcome or offended. Oh, I don't want you to feel unwelcome, so I'm going to say this even though I don't mean it. No, just be honest. If they don't like you after that, well, then they were never down for you in the first place. That's fine. That's fine. Because most people in your life that you meet are only there for a season. Most people in your life are not meant to be there forever. Most people are just there for a season. You learn something from them. You learn something from your interactions with them, and you take that knowledge and move on in life. You're not meant to be with everybody for the rest of your lives. So why are you scared to say the truth? Just be honest, say the truth. So yeah, now I have a new enemy at the office, and I will keep you all updated on how that situation unfolds, because I don't know how this interaction is going to continue, but I'll keep you guys updated. Just ask for Helen. Ask for Helen whenever you guys want to know how this is continuing. But yeah, that's Helen. And I feel bad for her too. That's why I told her I'm sorry for your loss, because it's true. It's true. What do you mean your Sunday's best? What? Is tomorrow for me now? Always on one. Oh, in your Sunday's best. Okay. Well, you know what? It is tomorrow on the East Coast. It is tomorrow already. Okay. Well, happy Sunday. And I'm sorry if I'm having rough conversations on a Sunday morning, but it's still Saturday night over here. So leave me alone. Will it cause conflicts at work? No. Want to know why? Because we own the office. So what is she really going to do? The worst thing that she could do is quit. That's why I'm never afraid of having my YouTube channel. Why? Because I can't be fired from a job. Who's going to fire me? Who's going to stop me, boo? That's why people ask, like, aren't you scared you're going to lose your job? What job? My family owns all the things that we use. We own everything. So why should I? I'm not scared. So if Helen leaves, well, it will be sad. But at the same time, at least I won't get invited to gay weddings anymore. Keep your head on a swivel. People are unpredictable. But you know what? I've already told you all, I don't go anywhere without exercising my Second Amendment rights. So I'm not worried. But then again, anybody can get caught off guard. And the thing is, if you're really that mad at me because I said I don't want to go to your faggot wedding, if you're really that mad at me to the point where you want to off me, then that's something wrong with you. That's something wrong with you, not me. I will sleep good at night.
And it roboted right through you saying you're going to sleep good tonight.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, he caught everything else.
Oh, I was like, oh, good. I got away with it. All right, I'm going to go, guys. I'm going to go. I'm going to go do something for my mother-in-law. I think I'm going to rub her feet tonight. You know, I do things for her sometimes to make her feel nice. I'm going to go rub her feet. You know, old people like their feet getting rubbed. And you know, old people have feet like Jesus, like the Jesus feet, like the Moses feet. You know, old people have feet like they walked through Egypt and Israel saying, "Free my people, let my people go." They look like they walk with Moses, old feet. So I'm going to take care of my elderly person's old feet because I'm going to make her feet look like she never walked with Moses. So, but I can't say anything either because my feet look like I walk with Moses too right now. Let my people go. But yeah, my feet are looking so crispy right now. I'm not going to show you guys. I'm not letting you guys see that because I don't want to see any pictures of my feet online. Naughty, naughty. But yes, my paws are rather dry and crispy. I could start a fire. But anyway, he says, "By angry waifu." Am I angry? I'm not angry. I'm not angry. Do I look angry to you? Do I look angry to you guys? No, no, no. Serious question before you guys go. Do you believe that I am bitter or angry? Go. Answer. And I want to know the true answer. Do you guys believe that I am bitter or angry? Angry at the world or what have you? Because yes, I do have opinions that are not accepted by a lot. But am I angry? Am I bitter? Absolutely angry. This is a trap. No, it's not. No, it's not. I won't block you. I won't block you. Stern. You think I'm stern? Well, Beak says yes. Do you really? I'm asking for true answers. I'm not asking for jokes. Are you guys serious? Beak, you really think I'm angry and bitter? Yes, and it's awesome. No, because being angry and bitter, it ages you. And I'm not trying to age. So if I'm angry and bitter, I need to change it before I start getting crow's feet. Says, nope, I don't. But see, Larry, you know me. You actually know me. And said, I just thought you were crude. Well, I'm never denied being crude. And this is the reason why when so many people say, Amira is so feminine, I don't see it because I'm like, I'm very crude. I mean, I'm not masculine, but I'm crude, I guess, yeah, but uncouth, you mean? The Arab is strong in this one. Go to sleep, Abe. Go to sleep. Go night. I think you're happy you got laid recently. Go to the naughty corner. Go to the naughty corner. 5 minutes for that one. Get laid. I'm married, sir. I don't have dry spells. Okay, I'm married. What are you guys talking about? Get laid recently? I don't get laid. Okay, I do my marital duty. That's not the same thing as getting laid. Okay, get laid. Getting laid is something you do when you don't have a partner or not partner. God, not that word. But when you don't have a spouse, you get laid. Oh, you get lucky. I'm married. I don't get laid. I don't get lucky. I have duty. Duty. Can you imagine? No. Just hear me out. Hear me out. I go to the bedroom and I'm like, I'm here to do my duty, Saya. I'm here to do my duty, my wifely duty. Pull down your pants, hurry up. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the husband is like, oh, well, like, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about right here. You guys are funny. It says, you're passionate. That's for darn sure. Aaron, that's for darn sure. I darn sure am passionate about this crap that we have going on. Bitter would be understandable over getting views suppressed by the algorithm. I haven't been putting enough work into my channel. I don't believe that it's the algorithm. I believe I need to put more work on my channel. I haven't been that active recently, so I'm not going to blame the algorithm completely, Evan. Says, I wouldn't call it either. Says, no, I don't, but I know you pretty well. That's true, Samael, you do know me. Not at all. The moral compass is compassing. My north to south directions are not confused. Angry with your grandma for the ancient feet calluses. Now I'm going to take out all my anger on her calluses. I'm going to be like, grab her foot. Give me your foot. Dang it, faggot wedding. Dang faggot wedding. Ugh. Women kissing. The objective truth can sound insane, so you're fine. You're not bitter. You're angry at things that are wrong, as you should be. That's how I see it too, Neil. I don't believe, because a bitter person is not a proper thinking person. In my view, I believe a person who's bitter is just angry at the world and just angry just to be angry. And I'm not angry just to be angry. I mean, when I'm angry, it's because, but I don't wake up angry at the world just because. No. Aaron, go to the naughty corner. Oh, you guys are so cute. I love you guys so much sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes you guys really annoy me. Because you guys are so judgmental of me sometimes. I'm like, I would think that you guys would love me a little bit more by now. But no. Suka isn't here. Oh my god. Are you been back on Lapeef? Sometimes. Yeah, I'm back on Lapeef sometimes. What Neil said. Hey, don't follow Neil Beak. You said yes. You said yes, I'm angry and bitter. And now you're saying what Neil said. No, you can't. No, you can't jump on what Neil said now. No. You called me angry and bitter? Keep your same answer. Beetle. Hi Beetle. This is the one who talks about me and other people's channels. This one right here. So anything that he says over here is a lie. Don't listen to whatever he says. She's going to have the best feet in the world after that. Seriously. All right. Are you guys ready for the puñete? You guys ready to go to sleep? You guys ready for night-night? Night-night. You got to stop saying F God. Oh. They'll delete your channel. No. The F word is not. Wait, is it hate speech? No, it's not, because it's just an insult. It's considered an insult, and calling someone stupid or ugly or retarded is not. That's not impeachable, right? You can't get banned for the F word. I mean, unless you're aiming it at someone in particular, no? You can't. No, I don't think that I would be able to get banned for that. Well, then again, I guess I don't know. I'm not going to sleep. Go night-night. Good night, everybody. Thank you. What do you mean never? Who said never? You're going to sleep. All of you are going to sleep right now. Yes, it's ending midnight. Yes, we're going to sleep. Sleep is how the body recovers. Do I need to educate you guys? Okay, listen. Sleep, the important thing about sleep, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to go into this, but seriously, we're going to sleep. We're going to sleep right now. Right now. Right now. Go night-night. It is time for us to watch our eyelids. Depends on the context. Yes, they will delete it. It's in the user agreement. The actual word for goat?
So No, the wording in the user agreement and in the TOS is left vague specifically so they can tailor what they, just whatever fits their definition, which is very loose. They can use, yeah. Like I got a hate speech warning like a year and a half ago. It's still up on my channel for jokes about a certain group of people and their propensity for ovens. And none of it was directly directed at anybody, just specific words said in a specific order. So that video was up for all of 8 minutes before YouTube took it down and hit me with a warning.
This is a bushcraft channel. We are talking about wood.
Right.
Wood and bark and everything brown and hard and everything that grows leaves. Not marijuana. We are talking about sticks and sticks on top of sticks. And if you just happen to set those sticks on fire at the right time, you can fry yourself up. I'm just saying, you can fry yourself up a witch. You can fry a witch. You can fry I would be considered a witch, wouldn't I? I would, if I were back in like the 1600s, I would be considered a witch. You guys know that, right? I would be a witch. Oh my gosh. Good night, everybody. Go sleep. Go night-night. Go sleep. All right, guys. I am about to. No. What we're not going to do is act like you don't know me, Carrie. You know me. Out of everybody in this whole stream or all of YouTube, you know me the longest. So how are you going to act like you're so surprised? You're not going to. Okay. Thank you all for joining me today. It has been a pleasure as always. I hope to see you all very, very soon on this channel where we can talk about wood and sticks and faggots. And we can talk about ovens and rooftop parties and just hanging out, having great times together. And I say every day, it's getting closer to taking a bath with my freaking toaster. I yield my time. I'm so stupid.
I say every day it's getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.
I'm gonna beat you. You want to get beat? I'm gonna get beat.